How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Now, I just want to start and preface, this completely throws off everything that we've just now talked about in the past previous two videos, because we've just now had an insane break of structure within mostly all assets, crypto related, and even stocks. We've just seen something phenomenal, and that's, of course, due to Trump pausing the tariffs. As you guys can see, this was where we were with Bitcoin before this announcement even came to be. We were trading around $74,000. Currently, at the time of this recording, it's around 6 p.m. We're at $83,000 per Bitcoin. Absolutely, completely demolishing all of this previous price action, the structure, now forming bullish structure. At least it's not too confirmed yet. Again, I've already explained to you guys that I'm not the best in terms of technical analysis. I try my best, but we're getting there, right? And if you want to actually learn how to do technical analysis from someone not like me, of course, I am actually learning from these people. Kaizen will be linked in the description below. Essentially, it's a Discord server that constantly is active in terms of what's going on within the markets. They're active in terms of their trades that they do. They'll do live trading as well. There's a ton of different aspects to Kaizen in which they provide value, but one of their newest things is the new course they have that allows you to kind of understand what it's like to be a successful trader. It gives you everything that you need to know in terms of what you need to learn in order to know how to trade well. And right now they have the beginning or the beginner trader series out, but in the next couple months, they'll have the intermediate and then finally the advanced. So that's going to be there for you guys to actually learn how to start trading. I'm learning the beginner side of things right now, which is perfect for me. And it's allowing me to take notes and actually learn what I want to do, which is trade, right? I want to eventually become a good trader. As far as the crypto fund trader account, right now we're down $100, which honestly is not too bad. But we have a trade in right now. So we're at $4,900 in the test account. We need to get it to $5,500 for us to even pass that evaluation, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. But anyways, yeah, as you guys can see, this news completely destroyed all of our previous price action and have gotten us a very nice candle here. But I think it's really interesting to look at that of the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ last week had its worst day. It's either the NASDAQ or some other form of, ETF or whatever. But one of the most popular ones, I do believe, is the NASDAQ, had its worst day since 2020 last week. And today it's had its best day since, guess, 2001. So, I mean, that is just insane to even say. This, of course, is showing how impactful news truly is on the markets. This market so far in 2025 has just literally been riddled with news, especially for Bitcoin. I mean, we had the Trump coin launch. I remember all the problems that came from that. All sorts of news has affected the markets, but this essentially looks to have created a bullish structure, this market news. And this ultimately, I've learned, is what happens sometimes. We'll have market news that pushes an asset into bullish structure. Then we wait for confirmation to see, for example, if we'll see continuation of that. So maybe we go down, right, create a higher low, we go up again, create this, and maybe that's the path that we see next. But essentially, we're going to have to wait to see how this plays out. This is on the hour time frame. But nonetheless, this is the exact same way with the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, all having immensely good days, right? Aerodrome, a coin we talked about yesterday, being looked like bear structure, is at a 26% increase and completely demolished this previous bear structure. So we could see the exact same thing happen here, and it could even push past this 50% or this 50 cent range where I kind of drew a trend line at, creating, yes, even more bullish momentum. So there's a lot to go over, and that's kind of the majority of it, but it's pretty significant because we could be back on track to see another run. Now, I do like to preface, though, that this is why we're waiting for confirmation, because just as we've seen really bad news last week to now really good news, news heavily impacts markets, and that's all we've been seeing this year. So it is not fair. It's not fair to say that there could be a chance we see more negative news that drives us into that bearish structure yet again. So we're gonna have to wait this out, let this develop more. Too early to really give a definite, but definitely looking good here if we're able to maintain bullish structure, maybe even get more good news. We could continue pushing up and may even revisit that $90,000 level and even the $85,000 level, as that's kind of, our psychological barriers there. You can see this area right here kind of approaching that 90,000. We'll honestly have to see what happens, but I'd honestly, if this is why I kind of went over the idea that I would be buying safer assets like that of the S&P 500, like that of Bitcoin. And this, I was saying this like when we were in this area right here. And if you would have done so, well, you would have been up 10% at the very least. Now, I mean, that's completely different from if you bought in at $100,000 per Bitcoin and now we're at 83, right? But at least if you would have bought down even lower at the $74,000 level, you'd be up around 10% from just that move. So that's something that I found very interesting, but it does look like there's a potential for us to continue on in a bullish manner. But I'd honestly like to see your guys' thoughts on that. As like I've said, I am not the best in technical analysis. As I've told you, I'm learning it. But I also just wanted to share this to just keep those of you who are interested in the markets aware. But yeah, this kind of interlaps both the stock and the crypto markets, which is pretty cool to see. But definitely something to take note of. There could be more bullish outcome from this. But yeah, we'll honestly have to wait and see. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later.